Yo, yo, all right, welcome to the channel, man. This is your homie Hoodfilms, man. You sell hood. I'm in the place to be. This my motherfucking studio where I grind to the motherfucking time, man. It's what I do, bro. I just be doing this shit, man. Yo, so I want to holler at y'all about this new movie called Snoop Dogg. Well, Snoop Dogg is in it, but it's called Dominoes Battle of the Bones. This shit was funny as hell, man. Snoop Dogg and them winning it was made it. It was Baron Davis created it. It's a good ass movie, man. Y'all gonna like it, especially if you like laughter, man. You know what I'm saying? I think you're gonna like it. Uh, excuse me. Be hard to sleep sometimes. I might be doing this shit in the middle of the goddamn night so I can fucking keep my sleep pattern better. All right, so this movie is coming out this year. They said it was released June 11th, so we're talking about 2 months. It's been out. Well, it's August, this July, so maybe a month it's been out, and I got a chance to see it. So it start off with them introducing all the characters. We got a bunch of characters in this one, man. It's Tacey Lawrence, which is a pretty chick. I don't know who the hell she is, like where she's from or nothing, but she's very pretty. Then you got Baron Davis, Tommy Lister, who passed away. Rest in peace to that bro, because you know he's like the homie from what's the hell in that movie? Friday. So then we got Snoop Dogg, obviously. David Arquette, which he carried the movie because he basically was the guy who had to do a lot of with this setup of the movie. We kind of see him set up this Dominoes tournament, and then everybody that's going to play a part in this tournament, and it was really dope. So I think one of the characters that stood out to the most to me, obviously, all of y'all would choose for y'all, was Anthony McKinley. He is the guy who played in the main dude in this movie, the main comic relief. His comic name is Scruncho, and I know y'all seen him somewhere doing comedy because he's really funny. He got a big name out there in the game, and I'm a fan of the guy because I've been hearing a lot of people that show him love. Looked like he was on Wild 'N Out as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't follow every aspect of the guy's career, but I have heard of him, and I'm glad he's getting into the movie game if he's not been in one already. It seems like he's been in a gang of damn movies. You know what I'm saying? But I really don't follow him like that. So he's been in Buds with Faison Love, it looked like. Watermelon Heights, that's way old. Bossing Up, How High. These are joints he's been in. I haven't really been following a guy like that, but I do know that they said he played on a few of those movies. But in this movie, he had a great character because the old man who plays he plays like the nemesis in the movie to this guy, and they are trying to get to the win of this battle of the dominoes, and so it's like all of them coming together. But the old man has to raise his he basically got to keep his sons. His son is married to a white girl or something like that, so he got to keep their kid for the weekend because he's the granddad. Same weekend of the battle of the tournament, so that's a whole little funny dynamic. You get to see the kid be around black people and all that stuff and learn, you know, and hang out with the granddad and all that. It's got some good parts in it. You know, it's a little slow in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Because I was kind of like they setting it up. The characters, they getting you to know who all is gonna be in the movie, and blah blah blah. But for me, it's a little boring. It's like, damn, y'all could have did that a little bit more interesting. You know, but they come to all to this one location, and then everything kind of play out from there. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like it's really a good, funny little story because it's being filmed as if it's a reality show. So that's what David Arquette is doing in the movie. He's filming it as a reality show so he can sell it ultimately. And then Baron Davis playing it because Baron Davis is like this real sleazy ass reverend or preacher that's like really cutthroat. So if you cross him, he coming to kill you. And it's like really funny seeing him get down. You know, I know Baron Davis been doing movies for a long time. He's been producing stuff behind the scenes on a lot of stuff. So I'm kind of glad to see him behind the camera. I never thought he directed nothing before this. He probably have, but I'm gonna look it up real quick just to be on the safe side because I don't want to say he hasn't directed nothing, and he has. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know about that. You know, I try to keep up with the art and filmmaking and stuff like that, but I just don't know exactly everything happening in somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? Especially with so many people becoming filmmakers today, it's so many people out here. So it looked like he did 4 different movies because they saying director he did 4. It's got 4 up there, so it looked like he directed the Drew, No Excuse, just produced, looked like a documentary. K Switch Dreamers and Doers looked like a documentary. TV series Black Sun. So this is like his first directorial debut, matter of fact, for a movie. And you got Snoop Dogg in it, who he do his thing, and I know that's where a lot of the budget came from, because just to get Snoop Dogg involved, he's going to bring a lot of fan base. Matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why I clicked to watch it, because it was like Snoop Dogg is in it, and I want to see what element did he have, a main character, or was he a short-lived character in it? But just his presence made the movie a little bit more interesting. And we can't talk about Dominoes, Battle of the Bones, without talking about Dominoes, because Dominoes is definitely something I played for many years growing up in the hood on the south side of Chicago every day, especially when I got in my early 20s. Everybody backyard, that's what we went and did. We played Dominoes. We had fun doing that shit. You go get to Dominoes, and then you set up a crew, whatever. Some people had big 12s, some people had big 6s, and you would just do everything you can to win. And so we would go up and hang out and play about 14, 15 games in a row to see who could be the winners in those games. And this was constant. So it was a matter of time in our life when that's all we did. I always look at it like after hooping, like, we were hooping, then it'd be like, all right, that's enough hooping, let's go play some bones. And we did that for years, man. So I've always been a bone player. And it was so funny because they had the little kid in the movie, the little white kid. He actually was telling everybody about the digital part of Dominoes, so you could play them on the cell phones and shit like that. And I'm like, I had a cell phone my whole life. Not my whole life, but since they came out. And I've never thought about downloading Dominoes and playing like that, because it's such a physical in your face, get loud, get rambunctious. And so they kept a lot of that real. And there was a lot of that going on that I liked. And, another thing that was interesting about this movie, I forgot to mention this part, is that they used all internet-based people that was funny, like comedians and shit. They had Mr. Hot, a little young guy, to do that. They had Big Ja, the guy who does skits all over the internet. They had the other little kid who I watch all the time. His name is I can't think of this kid name, but he always talk about how you move to L.A. and the gang life and what it's like to move to L.A. I forgot the kid name, but he's real funny. Who else was in there? I'm sure it was a bunch of other comedian actors that I wasn't familiar with, because there was a lot of actors in there that probably had names and stuff, but I'm just not familiar with them as online comics. But they still are funny people to somebody. So I see the young boys doing their thing, and I'm glad that Baron Davis, as a filmmaker, was able to capture those kids' gifts, because they up and coming. So he's got his ear to the street, so he know who the different artists put in their movies. They all did pretty good. Most of them had cameo shots. Big Ja had the longer role and the more fixated role, but they kind of giving him typical acting gigs, like he's playing a fresh out the pen kind of guy. And he don't even, to me, look as swole as he used to. He fat. So it's like, come on, fresh out the pen, that ain't working no more. He could still be a brute or a gangster or a Debo. Fresh out the pen, man, y'all losing me. The man is a little overweight, but not to be dissing him, bro, because he doing this thing, and I'm just talking about the believability of the character. So, but Baron Davis did a good job. He had to herd a gang of people together to put this one together. There's a lot of actors in this, so it was a lot of behind the scenes crew. Looked like they shot it on location in L.A. So, I'm proud of the bro, man. His directorial debut. So, I suggest that when you hear about this movie and you got some time, check it out. It's good. It's fun. You're going to laugh. It's really funny. It's got a lot of interesting stuff. If you're not familiar with Dominoes, you're not familiar with that, this will be something cool for you to kind of get acquainted with the Domino world and how it going. And Snoop Dogg give a good breakdown on all that shit, man. So, he put this together. Looked like it probably was worth about a good 1.2 million, 1 million for the whole thing, because there's a lot of people involved, and they did do some costumes and all that stuff for certain people, makeup, you know what I'm saying, and plus they had to have David Arquette was in it, you know what I'm saying. So that's gonna be a little budget. So that being said, man, y'all go check out that movie, man. When y'all hear about it, Dominoes Battle Out of Bones, directed by Baron Davis, and it also has some co-directors too. So Carl Reed and I can't remember the other guy, Salazar or something like that. I guess you could say that when Baron Davis wasn't directing, they would probably go out and shoot scenes because, you know, to pick up scenes for them to make sure they got the movie done. So that's all I'm saying on this movie. I'm jumping out the window on this. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this movie. I'm jumping out the window on this, meaning that I'm going to see it. So that's like a good thing, you know what I'm saying? That's one of my statements. We jumping out the window on this one. Go check it out, all right? We jumping out the window on this one. This your boy Hoodfilms. Go check my new movie out too. It's right here on my channel. It's called Killer Rapper. You can see the whole thing. It's an hour-long twist and turns. Official director, actor, yo homie, Yusef Hood. This the man. This the CEO right here. Go holler at the brand. And I appreciate y'all, man. Peace.